All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And of course, thanks for subscribing. Truly appreciate the support. And thanks to everybody who has used our referral code. We truly appreciate that as well. And congratulations on your new vehicle. To show your appreciation for using our referral code, we are actually going to raffle off some swag, some gifts at the end of the month. Okay, so we're going to do it at the end of the month. We'll raffle off some things for the people who have used our referral code. You might get some mats, you might get some screen protectors, you might get some other upgrades or some other features accessories that you might be interested in. And so that's what we're going to do for you guys, just as a token of appreciation. All right. Now we're back at it with the latest FSD Beta 11.4.6. A lot of you do not have this build. If you don't have it, you probably cannot get it at this point because I hear they're gearing up for 11.4.7. And we'll see what happens. But we're back with the latest one, 11.4.6. And we're going to take it for a quick drive. Different time of day than we typically drive. More congestion, more traffic. It's on a Friday. So we got a lot of Friday evening, afternoon traffic happening right now. But we're going to take it to a place we haven't taken to it before. Go through some weird conditions, some, just different conditions that it hasn't seen before. And see how it fares. See what it does. See if it's any better than before or not. And go from there. For those asking in the comments, this is Hardware 3. We always leave the description of the vehicle, whatever it is, our X or S, in the description of the video. So you'll be able to check out all the statistics of whatever vehicle we're in, whether it's a 3, Y, S, X, new or old. It's all in the description below. So make sure you check that out. And then for those who are uninitiated to Tesla, who don't know, who keep asking in the comments why we show the cameras. We show the cameras so we can see proximity of how close the car is to curbs, to lines, to people even, or bikers as they ride on the side of the road. That's why we have the cameras up here. This is a Model S, a newer refresh Model S. So we don't have the visualization on this screen. The visualization is always going to be on the instrument panel right in front of you, where, in my opinion, where it belongs. But it would be nice to be able to mirror that display on here as well to be able to show that. But for those asking, that's why we don't have the visualization here. That's only for the 3 and Y because they only have one screen. S and X have multiple screens. They take advantage of that with real estate by putting the visuals on the instrument panel and letting everything else reside on the touch screen. Okay, this is the opposite way that we would typically take this route. Making this turn here, slowing down a lot. This is our unprotected left. Now it's unprotected for someone else. A little hesitant, stopping aggressively. I'm gonna give it some accelerator here and I'm gonna flag it super bright as we turn here. Car has a hard time seeing. I'll let it resume. Now it's resuming aggressively. So a little bit of an issue there. I don't know if it's the sun setting, but these are the conditions we kind of wanted to test. Winding road. Good job handling and controlling the car. Going there, but that initial turn was a problem for the car. It kind of stopped completely, and I'm not sure why, but I flagged it. So we'll see what the Tesla team has to say about that. And now we got a lot of direct sunlight coming in. Super bright, does a good job slowing down a lot, maybe too much in this instance. No one's behind us, and it's just dead in the water here. So I'm gonna let it go, and then I'm gonna flag. I'll flag it there. Okay, so that's not great, just because it came to a complete stop for no reason and made this turn, as opposed to proceeding through the way that it does the opposite way. Okay, stop sign here, one-way stop sign, not always stop sign. It's kind of blind to the left. I'm going to hope for the best. A pedestrian's going. We'll use that as cover, and it goes. Great job. Great job doing it. Again, I can't really tell or discern whether or not it's just going forward or if it actually sees the clearing to go. But in this instance, I was happy with the pedestrian protection, if you will, to know that even if a car was coming, they would have slowed down for the pedestrian, giving us an opportunity to go. For those that don't have this version, in our opinion, in the Northeast, which is where we are, this one has been pretty good, pretty solid overall, but a little overly cautious at times. See that? Moving over aggressively and then weaving back and forth. So that's a little bit too much. Right, it's a little bit too much of an overreaction, right? So it sees the car go over the line and it immediately starts to weave over the white line to avoid a potential situation. Now I'm okay with that because it's just being overly cautious. It's uncomfortable, it's not natural, but it's not the wrong thing to do. A little bit of accelerator here because cars are behind us. A little hesitant making that turn. I will flag again. Hit the button, there we go. Just a little too hesitant right there. So again, just overly cautious is the theme of this particular build so far, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't as comfortable as it could be. Full stop, ready to go. Good to go. Lane markings are very faint on this road. FSD Beta does a great job still visualizing it where it is. Okay. Little feedback here. Strollers in the middle of the road. Okay, on the side of the road, I should say. Good job taking precaution and being cautious there. Full stop. And we go. Lots of children come around here stopping for stop sign. Foot is hovering over the brake on these city streets, hovering over the brake to stop. Should the problem arise, not trying to grab the yoke of the wheel, but just stopping with the brake. Okay? Extra caution there. Look at that. Still stop to this point. I'm going to give it some accelerator to go now, just because it's not trying to go. Now it's going to go. Emergency vehicle stopped on the side of the road. This is a huge problem for Tesla right now, especially on the highway. Let's see what happens. I'm going to bump down a little bit here just in case. It will avoid the vehicle at low speeds, but it doesn't do the thing that it should do in terms of slowing down, moving over if it's coming, or evading early enough in situations where it's over the line on the highway. So big issue for Tesla right there, especially on the highway, where the emergency vehicles would typically park over the line a little bit, half in the lane, half not, which causes problems for Tesla and accidents happen and things like that. Okay. Good job. Now we're going to go through a tight sort of town center, making this left up here. And I'm just concerned about the edge of this little median here and hoping it doesn't go too close to it. Luckily, it's wedged, so it's not going to be too detrimental if we do hit it with the tire, but shouldn't damage the rims or anything. But I am concerned about it. Let's see how FSD Beta does it because it's a sharp turn. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Goes wide, cuts it short. It cut it too short. You could see it from there. Autopilot moved too close to the median. I'll let it resume. That was my issue. That was my concern, and it proved me right. Way too close. I'll look at the footage again. It might have been okay, but it felt to me, in the car, it felt like it was way too close to that particular median, which is what I thought. Oh, good job reacting. Look at that. That's the superhuman. That's the superhuman. Oh, you're welcome. My car says you're welcome. FSD Beta. Good job. But yeah, that turn was sharp turns like that. It's not often that we see them, but when I do, I often notice that the car doesn't take the correct angle and cuts that corner a little too short. That's how we got into the situation that we did when the car curved the rims way back, and then the 10 dot builds, which has since been fixed, and I don't want that to happen again, so I'm extra cautious. But that's what happened. The angle of the curve was too sharp. It tried to cut it, and it miscalculated and hit the rim. So I feared the same, but again, I'll watch the footage back and see if anything's different. Good job staging this lane. Nice and smooth. Everything else that it's doing, super smooth, super relaxing. It's just certain things that I know from experience that it does in an awkward manner. Now, Elon has been teasing version 12, which is very interesting because we're still at 11.4, right? Now we're going to have 11.4.7, but he's teasing version 12, which is not very encouraging because he says, and I'll pop the tweet up here, he says that version 12 is almost a complete rewrite which is always interesting because every time they do a rewrite, it's like, oh, they found a new way, or the current way they were at has reached its limit, and now they have to do something different to get beyond that sort of blocker in technology. That's what it seems to represent for me, with the different rewrites of autopilot code, all the way now to FSD Beta code that's been rewritten. So if another rewrite is pending and it's leveraging more AI, that also is a little bit discouraging for those that are even testing version 11 right now. So like, to what end? If it's all being rewritten, why are we even incrementing on this branch still? Why not just, when it's ready, give us the new one? Stop iterating on this one and just give us the new one, especially if it's different code, it's been rewritten completely, or it's leveraging something that this version is not. Why keep iterating on this one? So again, they know something I don't. They're the developers, they're the geniuses, but it's just curious to think about when you think about him saying that it's been rewritten. 99% of the code has been rewritten and leveraging AI. Or maybe he's saying 99% of the functionality is being driven by AI. Hard to discern. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What you think about that? If you're okay with that. If you don't mind him tweeting. I don't think he should be tweeting that. If it's coming, let it come, and let it be a surprise. Don't tease us for version 12 and we're only at 11.4. Interesting scenario right here. Parking is pretty tight. Beta slows down a lot here. Just gonna try to get over. Can we go? Someone's giving us the way to go. Go. So tight bends like this, whether you're driving on FSD Beta or not, and there are parked cars on the side, it's always a problem for the vision system in general. Meaning that if you're driving and there's a tight bend and cars are parked, you'll get the forward collision warning quite often. There's a street that we drive down quite frequently, and we get it every single time. Every single time. And then for the Beta, it's even worse, because the Beta actually reacts to it and slows down to a stop like you just saw, and then tries to get over. And now it has a turn signal on for some odd reason. Car coming out, it sees it. Good job hesitating for it. Now it has to turn. What's going to happen here? A little hesitant. Watching the curb, see how close it is. Now we go. Just something to take into consideration if you have roads like that where people park on the bend, a curvy road like that. Forward collision warning will go off, and FSD Beta will kind of come to a complete stop. Typically. All right, a little bit of a back road here. I probably wouldn't have chosen this road to go, but let's see what FSD Beta is going to do just because of the condition of the road. I'll just say that. Lots of bumps. Blinking yellow light here. People making maneuvers midstream. Cyclists on the road. Lots of stuff happening here. Pedestrians. It visualizes it, but it doesn't really do anything to the blinking yellow light, which I can appreciate. Maybe should have slowed down a little bit just to show some caution, but I'm okay. Good job getting over unmarked road. And we got a stop sign, we got to cross. Pretty aggressive intersection here. Clear on the left. Trees are obscuring the right. Slowing down now, creeping forward for visibility. Look how far out we're going. A car is coming on the right. Don't go, don't go. 2 cars in a truck. Don't go. Okay, good job. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go, please. Gotta talk to the car. Now cars are coming on the left. Don't go. Go, 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 go. See, now it's going so slow. Like, get out there and go before someone gets us. Okay, I like that overall. I like the hesitation. I like the extra caution. Again, just still far out there for my taste, but it did it. Good job. over. Wow, okay. It's blocking this other car, so it has to creep up a little more. Creep up for visibility, please, so this guy can go. Totally blind on the left. I'm going to stop this one. There are so many cars at the corner where they shouldn't be parking. I can't even see if cars are coming. So I'm actually going to just take over here, just out of precaution, because they're illegally parked. And see how this car is coming out? I can't see. I still can't see. I'm going to go for it. I'm sure the Beta could have handled it, but I wanted to not cause an incident because cars were illegally parked. Again, why I wouldn't have gone that route. I would have gone down this road, which is more of a main road where you don't have that issue. It's okay to take over as needed. All right, back at it. So SD card was full, had to pull over. Technical difficulties, and now we're back at it. So far, very competent driver FSD Beta is, especially in these tight winding situations here. Extra cautious when necessary, and sometimes when not necessary, but again, abundance of caution is not necessarily a bad thing. Car just kind of hanging out. Go. We're in the yellow. They're not going. Door is open. Person is there. Wow. Extra caution. Over the yellow line. Extra caution. So the person open the door, so the car go around them, and just better safe than sorry. Car backing up. Good job not overreacting. Sees the door kind of open. Kind of gives it hesitation to pause. I'm going to give it some accelerator here. I'm going to flag that one. That was a little weird. The minivan door was open, but no one was there. And it wasn't like ajar the way that normal doors are. It's just the minivan door slider open. So I'm not sure what happened right there. And we do have some speed bumps coming up, or speed tables as they call them. They're not as high as the bumps we need to slow down for, but I'm interested to see if FSD Beta recognizes them as something that's controlling the speed of the car and kind of slows down for them. So here they come. Speed table. It's not slowing down. It's actually a little higher than I thought. A little higher than I thought. Car did not slow down sufficiently for speed bumps. All right, I'll leave it at 25 and see if it does this one a little better. Okay, that was good. That one was good. And as I previously noted in these 11.4 builds, it will slow after it encounters the first one and doesn't slow down. It'll slow down for every subsequent speed bump after that. So I think maybe the first one gives it cause to pause and needs to consider what it is, and then it kind of like says, okay, those are speed bumps. I should do something about it. Wow, very awkward. flag that. It changed lanes in the middle of the merge, which was weird, and now we're in like a weird lane that isn't a lane, truly. So that's weird. Now we got to get around this guy. What's going to happen? Come on, car. Do something. Make the move. Do it. Do it now. Come on.
Do it. Do it. Come on.
All right, so that was actually awkward. And that raises the question of, whether Tesla should just go the pure vision route right now. Right now, it seems like even as a pure vision play, that looked like two lanes that were split, and you had to be on the right side of the lane to be able to go one way and the left side to be able to go straight. I could see that if I was just driving and I know to be in the left lane, right? If I had to turn, there's a different story. But maybe using map data might have been useful here to be able to show that it needs to be in that specific lane, like visualization of the map to show you have to be in that specific lane to go straight because the right lane sort of shuts off. That's kind of the cohesion I would expect from vision and map data working together in tandem to make those types of decisions. And maybe that's what the AI that Elon talks about in version 12 is going to be able to do. But if you see that it goes straight and the map data says that it goes straight, then you should go that way. If you see it goes another way and the map says something contradictory, then vision may rule and override the decision of the map, or vice versa. But again, I'm not the genius. These guys are. All right, so we're here. A couple disengagements. It was necessary. A lot going on here. This person's parking. He doesn't recognize that they're parking, doesn't recognize the turn signal. I'm going to take over here. So that's another issue. I can't voice note it here, but I'll flag it. Just doesn't know how to respond to certain situations. So yeah, that's it. A couple disengagements, nothing terrible. But at the end of the day, it's still great. It's still a great advancement to FSD Beta. It's still a great advancement to previous builds. And again, Tesla is trying to solve a problem that no one else has solved. So people can be as critical as they need to be, but they can't prove an example of how to do it the right way. They can suggest, they can speculate, they can do all kinds of things about what they think it should do, including myself, but no one can prove that they're doing it wrong or that vision only is never going to work or whatever the case may be. So take that with a grain of salt. All the criticism and comments about FSD Beta, but also be vigilant and be realistic with your understanding and interpretation and communicating of what this system can and cannot do. All right. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this drive? What do you think about this particular build if you have it? If you have not gotten it yet, hang tight. You're going to get it. All right. Until the next time, enjoy your day. Enjoy your Tesla.